Hello everyone, it's Joe here from Draft FPL, and we are back with a weekly series helping you find some good value free agents and waiver pickups in Draft FPL. I will be here every single game week for the entire season, generally about 2 days before the waiver deadline, sometimes a little bit closer if it's a crazy week like this week, of course. If you really enjoy this video and you think, wow, I would really like some more detailed fixture analysis, more player data, more team data, more potential waiver options, game week odds, clean sheet odds, teams that are likely to haul, well then you should join the Patreon in the link down below. From there you'll get my game week cheat sheets that I release in advance of every single game week, with everything you could need to improve your Draft FPL game. As always, if you're new, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's get stuck into the picks. First up, we have got Webster of Brighton, available in 79% of draft leagues. All those statistics are from my friends at draftfc.co.uk. You can check them out in the link down in the description as well. These fixtures for Brighton are absolutely fantastic. Luton at home, Wolves away, West Ham at home in the first three are unbelievably good fixtures. Clean sheet shouts in all three of them, and I really don't quite understand why Webster has gone so undrafted compared to Dunk and Estupinan. Maybe people worried about the Veltman problem, but as far as I can tell, Webster's first choice, and I don't really see him not playing. There is obviously a chance. You can never really tell with De Zerbi, but in my opinion, Webster's first choice and he's going to play. So I would definitely like to target those first three fixtures and get him in. Next up, we've got Joel Ward, a very uninspiring pick, but he is available in 98% of draft leagues, and they do play Sheffield United away in the first game week, and that game has got stinker written all over it. Sheffield United, I think, are going to be a really defensive team this season. They've just lost their star forward. They don't have much in attack, and I think they're just going to be playing with five at the back, trying to soak up pressure. I can see a lot of 1-0 and 0-0s in their horizon, and for that reason, I definitely like the Crystal Palace defence option for game week 1. Joel Ward, available in 98% of teams. He's certainly going to play. He's going to start right back. Doesn't attack much, but if you need that slot filled for game week 1, I think it's a good shout. I don't like him for game week 2 or 3 really, but he then will come back in game week 4 for Wolves at home as well. On that note, it would be remiss of me to not pick a Sheffield United defender as well, as I think there's a very, very high chance that game's a 0-0. Available in 94% of draft leagues is Ahmedhodzic. I think that's pretty good. Crystal Palace at home, Forest away, and Everton home in game week 4. So 3 good fixtures out of their first 4. As I said, I think they're going to be really defensive, and you know, defenders for those teams generally don't do too badly. He is a big boy as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see him do well from attacking set pieces. So I don't think he's a terrible pick at all. Next up we have Ashley Young. As you can tell, the Premier League have not yet updated their player profiles. He is now, of course, on Everton, available in 94% of leagues. I'm pretty sure he's going to start at left back. And Everton have fantastic fixtures. The first 9 game weeks, I think they've got 3 tough ones, and the rest are really nice. Fulham at home in 1. Wolves at home in game week 3, Sheffield United away in game week 4, really good fixtures. I think Young's going to be taking most of the corners as well, especially with Dwight McNeil out injured, so I think he's quite a decent option. Everton, similar vein to Sheffield United, are going to be really defensive. We know how Dyche likes to play. They're going to be trying to rely on James Tarkowski from set pieces, and Ashley Young, I think, will be taking a decent amount of them. On to midfielders then, and firstly we have Garnacho, available in 77% of draft leagues. I must admit, I did not think he was going to start game week 1. I'm not really sure why, but he wasn't really in my thinking that much at all. But having looked at their team sheet at the weekend, when they played pretty much a full strength team for their first friendly, Garnacho was there in left mid. I think he's unfortunate that he shares the same position as Rashford for the most part, but with Højlund's current injury problem and Martial is out as well, looks like Rashford's going to have to play up front, which means there is a spot for Garnacho potentially at left mid. Looks like he's probably got the nod over Sancho. Wolves at home in game week 1, Forest at home in game week 3, 2 absolutely fantastic fixtures to start Garnacho. He does have a bit of an eye for goal, goal. He's a decent talent, and I think it's a good time to pick him up. Next up, we have Anthony Gordon, available in 79% of leagues. I suspect Anthony Gordon will start game week 1 over Harvey Barnes. The fixtures are not good for Newcastle. Villa at home, City away, Liverpool at home, Brighton away in the first 4 is pretty tough. Eddie Howe generally likes to bed in new signings pretty slowly. I'm sure a lot of you remember Botman from last year barely playing the first 5 or 6 game weeks before becoming a regular starter. And I think Harvey Barnes will maybe get similar treatment. I still think he's a great pick season long, but for those first few game weeks, I wouldn't be surprised to see Anthony Gordon get the majority of the minutes. Villa at home is a pretty good fixture. It's not terrible, it's not great, but it is at home, and I think it probably will be reasonably open. So I think Anthony Gordon's a good shout for game week 1. Next up, we have Ryan Christie of Bournemouth. Bournemouth, I think, are going to be a pretty different team this year to what we saw last year under Gary O'Neill. They've appointed a really attacking manager. I think they're going to be fun to watch. I think they're going to be quite exciting. And I think they're probably going to do all right. Available in 100% of draft leagues. I've gone early with the 100% player pick this year. West Ham at home in game week 1. I'm pretty sure he's going to start number 10. That's how he's been lining up in pre-season, and it looks like Billing's going to play a little bit deeper, and there are quite a few different options on the wings, so I don't really want to get involved there because I'm just not 100% sure. Normally my go-to would be Utara, and if he plays, he's a great option as well. I just think Christie's minutes are a little bit more certain. And West Ham at home in game week 1's a fantastic fixture. Obviously, they've lost Declan Rice. They're trying to sign a centre mid. They're trying to sign a centre back. And it's a great time to play them, to be honest. Bournemouth's fixtures absolutely stink after game week 1. So it is definitely just a 1 week punt. But knowing that, Bournemouth are probably going to be going all out for game week 1, trying to make sure they get some points. Next up, we have Carney Chukwuemeka of Chelsea. Looks like he's probably going to be playing number 10 for the Liverpool game, mainly obviously because of Nkunku's very unfortunate injury. But it looks like Conor Gallagher and Chukwuemeka both may well get the start, and I think either of them are pretty good picks. And the good thing about it is Chelsea have unbelievable fixtures from game week 2 onwards. West Ham away, Luton at home, Forest at home in the next 3. And they carry on in a similar vein for about 8 or 9 game weeks. Really, really good fixtures. The beautiful thing is you can bring Chukwuemeka in and just bench him for the Liverpool game. See if he plays, see if he does play number 10. If he does, hold him, wait for game week 2. He's in your lineup, ready to go. I'll likely put him in next week's video as well if he does start. If he doesn't, it might be Conor Gallagher. But I personally do think it'll be Chukwuemeka that starts at number 10. He's a great talent, and Pochettino's known for bringing these kind of players on, so hopefully we see that. As I said, I think he's a good option to bring in now, bench for game week 1, then see how it goes. On to forwards then, always a struggle, and this year specifically is really tough because of the injuries we've seen to a lot of forwards already. So Adebayo is my first pick, available in 81% of draft leagues. This is the kind of player I'd be picking up if I'd accidentally signed a literal non-starting forward. We know he's going to play. I think he's probably going to be on penalties as well. The tough thing for Luton is that they've got Brighton away in game week 1, which is really tough. Then it's a blank, and then it's Chelsea away in game week 3. From game week 4 onwards, the fixtures are pretty good, but I think if you don't pick him up now and someone else in your league also needs a forward, it's pretty unlikely that he's still going to be available by that game week 4 fixture. So if you've got a non-playing forward anyway, or someone that's barely going to play, then I think it makes sense to just pick him up and hold him on your bench when you know he's going to be an okay pick come game week 4. And to be honest, in a very similar vein, it looks like Foster of Burnley is going to be taking that number 9 position. They don't really have anyone else. Available in 99% of draft leagues. He's going to be playing off Amdouni as well, so if you've got him, I wouldn't worry about it too much. But the fixtures again are really tough. I mean, Burnley's run is tough for a little bit longer than Luton's as well. It's City at home in game week 1, then the blank, then Villa at home, Tottenham at home. So a couple of home games after that. Wouldn't mind if he came off the bench for you if you end up needing him for those game weeks. But I definitely think he's worth a shout. It looks like it's his shirt to lose for the time being. So as I said, if you've kind of made a mess of your draft and you've got a non-playing forward, then this is the kind of player I'd be looking to pick up just to strengthen out that bench a little bit. Available in 99% of draft leagues, so you've not got much competition. And that wraps up my game week 1 waiver picks. As I said from the start, I'll be doing these every single game week. Generally 2-3 days before the deadline. On a normal week it's normally a Tuesday. If you enjoy the video, hit the like button, check the Patreon out down below if you're interested in even more detail. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.